You're looking to cool off in the upcoming heat. You don't necessarily need to jump in the water. You can just look at the water.
I think so. Don't you feel refreshed just looking at this weather picture this morning? I think it probably has a little bit of a filter on it, but such a beautiful spot. Very refreshing, like a cup of cool water. If you know where this beautiful spot is, picture sent in by Chris Yates. Get your guesses in. I'll have that answer coming up here in just about a little less than 20 minutes. Beautiful spot. Thanks, Chris, for sending in your weather picture. And if you have one that you would like to share, I would love to see it. You can send that to me on Facebook, Twitter, email, or you can upload it directly at the weather page of kezi.com. High temperatures yesterday, a little bit cooler than what we've been used to here in a while. 81 in Corvallis, 82 in Eugene. Portland didn't even get out of the 70s yesterday. 87 was the high temperature there in Roseburg, right back up into the mid-90s as you head down into Bedford. Upper 80s and low 90s in Central Oregon, and still very toasty for Eastern Oregon. In fact, all the way up to 100 yesterday in Ontario. The coast continues to be nice and cool in the low to mid 60s there. Now that high temperature that we saw here of 82 degrees, that's only one below average for this time of year. Well off from that record, almost 20 degrees above 101 that was set back in 1979. Obviously didn't see any rainfall yesterday. That keeps our deficit growing now up to 15.55 inches below average for this point here in 2013. We are waking up to clear skies for most of us. A little bit of that marine layer is now forming along the coast. See a little bit of patchy fog out there as well. Temperature-wise, it's also a little bit cooler this morning. We've dropped down to 48 degrees here in the southern Willamette Valley. The wind is calm, visibility at the full 10 miles, and aside from just the slightest amount of fog this morning, we are going to get right back up to those clear skies. And that's not only true for Western Oregon, but really for the entire Pacific Northwest. No thunder showers to deal with. That marine layer is not very thick this morning, so even the coast will see quite a bit of sunshine here this afternoon. Now, the jet stream is right there in southern Canada. That's where the cloud cover is this morning. We do have that area of low pressure, which is further out into the Pacific. That's actually going to get pushed even further back. Typically, the jet stream moves from west to east, and so our weather patterns typically move from west to east as well. Most of what we see here in Western Oregon does come off from the Pacific, but we're going to see a reversal to that over this next 7-day stretch. What's going to happen is that little bubble of heat that's been over the southwest is going to get stronger once again. That's going to push that jet stream back to the west and back up to the north, keeping any other troughs or low pressure from moving into our area. And then it's just going to be stagnant like that for the next 7-day stretch. So we'll see our high temperatures getting back up into the upper 80s and low 90s. Then we don't see any changes for at least 7 days ahead. So you can definitely get used to it or find a place to go to get some relief from the heat if you don't enjoy those upper 80s and low 90s. Otherwise, the coast will be back into the mid-60s today. A few morning clouds with lots of sunshine this afternoon, and those winds will be from the north at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Mid-60s as we head into this weekend, and then it's back into the upper 60s. Can even see a few low 70s, especially from Coos Bay south Tuesday and Wednesday. The Umpqua Basin, upper 80s and low 90s, not too bad, mostly sunny skies. And again, we don't see a whole lot of change this week, although it does get a little bit warmer early next week, right back up into the mid-90s. The Cascades will be in the upper 70s and low 80s for you. Sunny skies sticking with us, low 80s down into the foothills. Central Oregon also very pleasant, upper 80s and low 90s for you. Those sunny skies sticking with us all week, and you'll stay in the low 90s all the way through the weekend. And for the Willamette Valley, our highs will be in the upper 80s today. Mostly sunny. This will actually be one of the coolest days this week as we do get back to 90 Friday. Still upper 80s Saturday into Sunday, then low 90s here for the first half of next week as well.